All right, well, good evening, everybody. Thank you all for being here for our regular meeting for the month of July. Different night as we had to reschedule for tonight, but glad you guys could make it. We have a quorum of board members. 4 of our board members are here, so we're good to go, and maybe we'll be joined in progress by another board member tonight. But if not, we can conduct the business of the evening. So, board members, before you have the agenda that's been proposed, and for be open for a motion that we either approve this or we make changes that you see fit.
It would be approved.
Okay, got a motion to approve?
Second.
And a second. Any discussion? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. All right. Well, thanks for that. And if everyone would please stand for the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Awesome. Yeah, so now we've got 5 board members for the meeting, and I think Ms. Bryson's not gonna make it tonight, so we'll be fine. You had emailed out to you, board members, the minutes from the June meeting. If you have had a chance to look at those, great, and if you haven't, feel free to take a look at those. Floor will be open for a motion that we approve those minutes.
I can make a motion to approve.
All right, have a motion and a second. Any discussion about the minutes from the June meeting? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. We also then today had an email with disbursements for the month. If you want to take a look at those, haven't had a chance to take a look at those, feel free to do so at this time.
What is the SCG grant? What's that acronym?
Stronger connections.
Okay.
It would be approved.
Okay. A motion to approve the disbursements for June. And a second. Any further questions or discussion? All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. All right. Principals reports. Ms. Baker.
Good evening.
Hey.
How are y'all? So at Askins, right now we're just working on getting the building ready, waxing the floors, and getting ready for the kids to return. We're excited. We have all of our teachers hired, so we're ready to go. Our open house is scheduled for August the 1st. It is from 3:30 to 5:30. It's a come and go meet and greet. We do ask our kindergarten and pre-K parents though to meet with us for a short meeting at 5:30 just to go over some drop-off, pick-up procedures, attendance, just some things like that they might not be as familiar with. But we're looking forward to seeing them that night. Last summer we sent home the postcards with the scratch-off stickers where the kids could see who their teacher was before open house. We got a lot of good feedback from that, so we're gonna do that again this year. So they'll get those probably a week prior to open house, so they'll be ready to come on in and see us. But that's all we have going on right now.
Cool. No major changes to traffic flow for
No.
pickups?
Everything should stay the
All
same.
the things that you...
Yes.
Good, everything's just like it was. Fantastic. Any questions? All
Y'all
right.
do any home visits? Do you do home visits in elementary?
Pre-K does some home visit. We do have a home visit team as well, yes.
That's fine.
Mhm.
Good. Thanks.
Thank
Right,
you.
all right, thanks. All right, you want to do an introduction or you
Yeah,
just
I would,
turn?
I would love to ask
all
Dr.
right.
David West to come up in his first opportunity to speak to us as a group. I'm really excited to have him as a part of our team. as highly recommended as anyone I've ever heard about or talked to. I'm really excited. I think he's going to be a phenomenal asset to that school, and I'm looking forward to him being with us.
Welcome.
Thank you, school board, Mr. Jones. I appreciate the opportunity and setting the bar really, really low. I officially started July 1, so I've been here a little over a week. Have done some hiring. I've hired a math teacher and an English teacher. We do have an English EA, a part-time lunchroom worker, and a bookkeeper to hire. So there's some hiring to be done here in the future. Our current enrollment is about 217. That's just based on what's currently enrolled. We do expect that number to rise. So we're going to encourage our parents to make sure they get on Skyward and get that enrollment done, even those returning students as well. We've started with our fall sports, volleyball, football. We have volleyball playing in the county preseason tournament at Lincoln County on July the 27th. And our first away football game is in August at Canyon County. Once again, I'm excited to be here. I think it's going to be a great year. I appreciate all the support, Mr. Jones, all the supervisors. Love Mr. Murdoch. I think it's going to be a great school year, and looking forward to serving the stakeholders of Fayetteville City Schools.
Well, I concur with Mr. Jones. Your resumes, your references are pretty amazing, and they were very vocal, and they were all extremely pleased and supportive of you. And so we really are excited, and I'm excited to meet you because we've heard so many good things about you, and really do look forward to working with you.
Wonderful.
It's a hard job. It's a hard job there. But like I say, you got a good team.
Got a great team.
That's right.
Great team.
Absolutely. And looking forward to many more good things. Appreciate you. Generally, at this time, if anyone has any other questions, and if not, you'll be free to go. And if you can just contact me anytime you need.
Okay, wonderful. All right, thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you. Have a great
Thank
one.
you. All right. Come on. Let us hear from the high school.
Yes, Coach Perrin couldn't be here tonight. He's at a conference in Nashville, so I got to speak to you. Okay, Mr. Clark got to see us in our painting clothes.
I did.
Our office renovations are now complete. We still have some putting back together, but we painted all the offices. We painted the front office. The main offices the administrative offices got new tile and got the blue carpet up, and so it looks really good. Come by and see us sometime, and it really looks good. So it took we were talking earlier, I think about 12 gallons of paint and a little time, but it looks really good. So thank you all for that. We have completed our master schedule, which is a big deal, and we're finishing up. It's a good deal, and we're finishing up working on student schedules. I was working on seniors today. Our Motlow numbers for dual enrollment looks really good, and then we have more TCAP going for welding and industrial maintenance than we've had in the past. So those two numbers are going up as well. Miss April and Miss Francis have finished waxing the floors, so all of that's done, and they're putting all their finishing touches up on their, putting everything back together. And fall sports have resumed today. We practiced some cheer today. I heard that going on. I heard some basketballs bouncing. I heard the football players coming in and out. Saw volleyball players. So we had a lot of busyness at the school today with the students. And then for our seniors, their senior portraits start on July the 25th. So they should have gotten an email. And gotten set up for that. But we'll have that going on in the school in time to head back. So
Wow.
that's all I have. Y'all have any questions?
Thank you for everything you're doing.
Oh, yeah, you're welcome.
I've been there during these times and
Yeah.
doing that work, and it's there's a lot to it. People don't understand the late hours and the one student whose schedule just won't work out. We appreciate all the good work y'all are doing.
Thank
I know
you.
it's a very capable
It's a lot
hands.
of puzzle pieces.
There are.
But,
Like for
yeah.
a small school, we try to individualize the programs, and that takes a lot of extra work, but it's worth it, and we
It
appreciate it.
is, yes.
Students and families really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
It's good.
And if you haven't seen the paint, you got
It does look really good.
It puts
It's
a whole new
good
look to
little-
the
Did you
office.
guys do it yourself?
We did.
They did.
We did. At one point, there was like 4 or 5, and then Miss Casey has touched up some things in the main office, and no, we didn't lay the tile. We just painted. We let somebody else do that. So while they were pulling up the carpet, we were painting in one room, and it took 3 or 4 days, but it looks really good. So thank you for that.
Thank you.
Is that good? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay, and this is our time for public comment. I trust that since we don't have any non-school system people here, we didn't have anybody ask us to address the board.
We had no requests.
And we'll go ahead to our supervisor reports. Dr. Stiles.
Good evening, everyone. Every year we ask the board to approve our consolidated budget, and that consists of IDEA monies that the federal government provides, as well as our title monies. And most of that is budgeted toward our salaries for intervention, as well as materials, instructional materials for our students. So you should have received those in a packet that Sandy provided, and I would appreciate the approval on that.
We did. That was in the email on July 3rd that those were attached.
Okay. Did you have any questions concerning that? Okay.
I didn't. I'll make a motion that we approve those. It's really an annual budget process.
Right,
Approve
right.
that budget, so.
Okay.
All right, got a motion and a second. Any questions or comments? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. He's done.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thanks. Thank you for all you do.
Thank you.
Thank you, Claudia.
That's it for supervisors, okay? All right, Ms. Williams, our CFO.
The June revenue and expenditures, financial reports were emailed earlier today, and these are for your review, and I just ask if you have any questions.
We discussed these at Finance Committee last hour, and I guess one of the takeaways was we're waiting on the final TISA deposit of the school year, right?
And that will be this month.
And it really does look like the budget's gonna close out in a good way, so that's very encouraging. Team up here has done an amazing job, and really all the staff of managing the budget, and really, I think the board's gonna be very pleased after the audit and everything closes out. It takes a while for these processes to close out, but I was very pleased with what we saw earlier today. Any questions from Ms. Williams? All right. Committee reports, facilities and transportation.
I would like to bring up as a topic, or basically just make the board aware that we are in process. We've put out bids and got bids back for removing the portables. So the low bid was basically between $34,000 to pull out the portables and return that ground to usable original condition, take out all of the electrical, take out all of the plumbing except where the boxes are, so that if we wanted to build something there in the future, we'd be able to have a junction to attach to. Also to pull out the septic basin there and remove it so that we can repurpose it at the field house in the future. I guess I would ask board approval for us to go ahead and accept that bid and move forward with that.
Yeah, we don't need a vote or anything.
We don't,
but
yeah, I
think
just
it's
wanna make sure,
concurrent,
I
so
wanna
really-
open it up to
Yeah.
questions or see if anyone has any issue with that.
Anyone sentimental about keeping the portables, or are they good to go ahead? Pardon my sarcasm.
No sentimental.
No sentimental
attachment.
attachment.
Like,
And
They served their purpose.
There's really no other option, right? I mean,
No,
like,
no,
They just fall apart.
it's not right, like,
Yeah,
it's-
we, in a meeting earlier today, I don't think they could be transported anywhere without falling apart. So
Right.
we're actually gonna crunch them up on site and have them removed as garbage and,
Yeah,
demolished.
it really is the
Yeah, it's that.
only option that
Yeah.
makes any sense.
Yep, and it's a pretty good price from what we can determine to get all that done. So we'll go ahead and begin that process, imminently, and try to get that done as soon as we can.
And I guess you said that they'll even come back in the fall.
Yeah.
They'll level up the ground now,
Yeah.
but they'll come back in the fall and seed it, right?
Yeah,
So
that'll be it. We'll do
Who's
that
doing
later. Parker is doing it, and we'll have it seeded and straw and seeded later. right now it's too hot, there's no, it'd just be wasting
It's just a
money.
kind of a thorn in our side at this point.
It is.
Yeah, oh, yeah. Well,
Nice
and
work.
I made the comment earlier, as we get into game seasons and we have events and football games and things like that, it'd be great if we can get those out of the way sooner rather than later, because, people don't generally go up there, but it's getting to where it's not really super safe for people to be, we just don't need people up there. It's kind of an attractive nuisance at this point, so we need it removed. So we'll go ahead and start that process.
The end of closing out a chapter in our system history. And so excited when they got there, and be so excited when the
Yes.
ground is returned to its original
Is
state.
there any, I guess I can wait till later, it's sort of facilities.
Go ahead.
We were waiting on architectural design or drawings from, is that, you're gonna touch on that later?
I sent out one concept design, talking about the front of Askins.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I sent one
Okay.
one concept design, and.
Is that the one we were waiting to get from?
No, this was another one. The one that we were waiting to get came in very disappointing, and it was basically just, some overhangs like you would see, anywhere, and it did nothing
Okay.
for curb appeal or anything like that.
But we didn't pay for that.
No, we didn't pay for anything. Yeah, and the ones that I sent, in the report on the June 21st, those actually were done for free, and the turnaround was about 2 weeks on that concept design, so.
It was nice.
Yeah, we were pretty pleased with that. We can go to them with some ideas for tweaks and things like that as we enter into the possibility of, a contract with that company and see what they can do, within our budget, and go from there, so I think that's.
Where are we, on that project?
Mhm.
What's kind of next for that?
So hire an architect,
Okay.
and tell them our budget and hire an architect, and, give them the tenets of what we want, which I think that concept addresses. We want to make
Who
sure.
was it that gave us the one that you sent that looked so nice? What was the company that?
I'd have to go, I know the one gentleman's name of the company, I'd have to go look that up, but I have that in I can tell you after the meeting when I get into my email.
It's not.
He's,
Yeah, you look it up.
yeah, at any rate, we'll hire the architect, tell them what the parameters are, then give them a little time to draw it, the technical drawings, and then they'll go forward. And if we utilize them as like a project manager, they'll just walk us through it and get it taken care of. Other questions?
All right. Thank you for that.
Yes, sir.
Finance Committee has a few items. Then these were some amendments that were emailed out. The first one is a line item amendment number 6 to the general purpose budget. And this is really reconciling year-end matters, because June 30th has come and gone. And so we're reconciling all the lines in the budget. So this is, should be no surprises in there whatsoever. So I'd make a motion that we approve line item number 6. All right. Motion and a second. Y'all have any questions about those matters? All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. Thank you. The next item is capital budget amendment number 3. And this is actually sort of fixing what we had essentially taken a bond payment out of capital outlay in the general purpose budget last month. But we should have been taking that out of the capital outlay budget, the separate budget itself, right, for capital purposes, capital projects. And so we're just reversing, we're fixing that. We sort of messed that up last week. Messed it up, that's a strong word. It was an oops. But we do need to correct that, and thankfully, the staff caught that, and so this is no new revenue, no new expenses, just fixing where that appears and which budget it appears in. So I'd make a motion we approve that amendment number 3 to the capital budget. All right, you got a second? Did I sufficiently confuse you, or can we vote on that? All right, all in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. Great. And that's what we have for, in terms of budget amendments. There is one item to authorize Mr. Jones to file necessary amendments and fund transfers for federal projects for the 24-25 school year. This is an annual thing we have to do to authorize the director to take those actions on behalf of the board. And I would make a motion that we approve him to do that.
Second.
And I have a second. Okay. All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. Thanks for that. Insurance and policy. Policy has one for us tonight, right?
Yes, sir. I move we approve policy 4.214, use of artificial intelligence programs on first reading.
Okay. Got a motion? And a second, thank you. Any questions about our AI policy? All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. Thanks. Wouldn't have imagined a policy on artificial intelligence 20 years ago on the school board. Times change. Mr. Jones, over to you.
Yes, sir. Before I go into my report, I will confirm, I thought I knew the names, but I've got it down. The architectural firm is Ward, Scott, and Morris, and Zach Ward is the architect who did the drawing. He is very impressive. That being said, the first thing that I've got for my report is, if the board would, I'd like for you to accept the resignation of Melissa Adams, a tenured teacher. Ms. Adams is retiring.
Retiring, yes. Sad to see some of these long-time tigers
Absolutely.
go, but it's for a good cause, right?
It
Retirement
is.
is
Well, we'll miss her, but I'm
We will.
happy for her.
All right.
Make a motion to accept.
Okay. All right. Got a motion? And a second? All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no. Thanks.
I'd also like to ask the board to accept the resignation of Chris Davis, who's been with us for a very long time.
Another long-serving,
Miss Chris,
retiring
too.
tiger, yes. I'll make a motion, we accept his resignation.
Second?
All in favor say aye. Anyone opposed say no.
And I would like to ask the board to accept the resignation of Drew Young, who is a tenured teacher with us and one of our original Fayetteville High School crew.
He is, and with family history that goes back
Absolutely.
many decades in this school system. But the Youngs have been pillars in the Fayetteville City school system, haven't they? So
Absolutely.
many, multiple generations, that's right. I'll make a motion, we approve his resignation.
Second?
All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. All right.
Very good. And yesterday, I got a letter of resignation from Amy Starr, who is working with a personal business, and she had mentioned that if there were part-time prospects, things like that, she'd be interested, but she really needs to dedicate some time to her personal business. So Ms. Starr, who is also a tenured teacher and has been with us for quite a long time, has tenured her resignation. So I'd like to ask the board to accept that as well.
Appreciate all she's done for our students and tigers. I'll make a motion, we accept her resignation.
Second.
All right, got a motion and a second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed say no. Okay.
And that'll be the totality of my report for today.
Okay, thanks. I was gonna draw this, I assume board members, y'all got a copy of this in the mail, which is the legislative report. If you didn't know, I was gonna make sure that, that's a great recap of what happened to us in the legislature earlier this calendar year. And I guess January they'll reconvene and start it over, that's right. More runs at vouchers and more things that
That would not surprise me.
public educators have to remain vigilant is the word I'm looking for. So our next board meeting, Monday, August 5th. Everybody good for that? Okay, 5 o'clock on August 5th as scheduled. One note I would make is that we had discussed doing the annual cookout on August 1st, Thursday the 1st, because they're actually going to knock they won't be working on the second. It'll be a day off, right? It's a long weekend before the start of school. So, if everybody's good on Thursday the 1st, we'll plan to start serving around 11:30, I think.
Yeah, have we been doing 11 or 11:30? I think it's been 11:30.
That works.
Yeah, let's go for 11:30. That'll make sure we got plenty of time to get the burgers cooked up.
And will we be doing this on Tiger Hill or at Ralph Askins?
We'll be doing it at the middle school.
Yeah, so on Tiger Hill, okay.
Mhm.
All right. Good deal, that's a fun tradition. Fun annual tradition.
Don't forget the making order.
Pardon me? Yes, oh, yes.
Make some order.
Yes, sir. Any matters, any closing comments from the board members? I take it we do not.
What was the question?
Any
Any
closing?
closing comments or anything? Mr. Alder hasn't, actually, our board meeting, since we moved it to a Tuesday night, conflicted with the Board of Mayor and Alderman, so he could join us tonight. So,
Oh, that's why they're so full downstairs. I couldn't figure out.
yeah.
Where everyone was going.
Uh-huh.
That's
Okay.
right, that's right. Okay. Well, if nothing else on business, we will stand adjourned. Thank you.